Tuesday, August 27th, 2019. Before I call this meeting to order, I would like to call for a moment of silence to remember the family of Trooper Moises Sanchez, who died of injuries that he received while in the line of duty. May he rest in peace, Trooper Sanchez. Thank you. I'll call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Chairperson Dolores Rodriguez,
Present.
Vice Chairperson Mario Liscano, Board Member Vittorio Puente.
Present.
We do have a quorum. I do need a motion to excuse Mario Liscano.
I make a motion to excuse Mr. Liscano.
I second the motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And unanimous. We'll go on to our regular agenda with the approval of minutes for Tuesday, July 30th, 2019.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for Tuesday, July 30th, 2019.
I second this motion. All in favor indicate
Aye.
by saying aye.
Aye.
And the minutes have been approved. We'll go on to 2B, consideration and action, if any, approving and accepting the raw and final scores from the promotional exam administered for engineer for the fire department on Friday, August 23rd, 2019. Ali?
Hi, good afternoon, Analia Lanis for the record. In your package, you do have the list for the raw and final scores. We had 6 individuals test with 2 passing scores, so staff recommends approval.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the scores, the raw scores.
Okay, I second the motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. We'll go on to item C, consideration and action, if any, approving and accepting the eligibility list from the promotional exam administered for engineer for the fire department on Friday, August 23rd, 2019. Ali?
Board members, in your list also, in your packet, you also find the list with the 2 passing scores. Number 1, Rafael Dominguez. Number 2, Trinidad Perez, and staff recommends approval.
Board?
I'd like to make the motion to approve and accept the eligibility lists from the promotional exam administered for engineer for the fire department on Friday, August 23rd, 2019.
And I second the motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And it's unanimous. We'll go on to item 3, administrative reports. Chief, which chief?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. First and foremost, we received word this week that we were given a grant for over $7,000 for fire prevention material from CDBG that will be used in the next fiscal year. So that's great news. It'll allow us to give more information out to the citizens about fire prevention and activities to help them keep them safe. Last week, thanks to the efforts of Mr. Alex Mead and Ed Wiley, we were given permission to use 3 buildings on the corner of Astor and Caffrey for training purposes. We were able to do forcible entry, ventilation, and other type of skills using those buildings. And that's why when you go by and you see the holes on the roof and the windows out, that's what it came out. We had excellent training. The guys enjoyed it, even though it's been hot all that week. But we appreciate Mr. Wiley and Mr. Mead for the opportunity to use those buildings for our skill levels. So that was a great thing that happened. Now that the 2 individuals and you certified the list, we'll be able to promote one of them to engineer here real quick. The other one will stay on the list. It's eligible for the next year. And we should be promoting that individual within a week or 2, hopefully. And with that, we'll end up hiring a new firefighter to replace that individual. And we should be full in our departments up to the new budget year. So I'll entertain any questions you may have, and I'll try to answer anything you may need.
Any questions for Chief?
No.
Perez?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Chief Luengo?
Good afternoon. How you
Good
doing?
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, how you doing? Mr. Mead, how you doing? Good afternoon. Thank you. First and foremost, thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here today. Thank you, God. So just to bring you up to par on what's going on at the PD right now, we just recently had a swearing of 2 officers this past Friday. So that takes us to about 134 officers. We still have 4 positions open that we're looking to working with the HR so that we're able to fill those positions coming up here pretty soon. Once we get that, then we will not have any open positions for basic peace officer. We're also conducting interviews on some of the positions that we have open for civilians, records clerks, jailers, things of that nature. Some positions that deal with grants. We're also wanting to fill those up. We're also working on remodeling the admin area. We're trying to kind of bring the PD to a modern, contemporary type of look. I know it's somewhat behind, but we're working on it. But aside from that, we also have our supervisors attending a 40-hour supervisory course right now. That's part of the plan that we had put together to get everybody a supervisory course that deals with entry-level, mid-level, and executive-level type training. But aside from that, we are still motivated, dedicated, and we keep working, and I'm willing to entertain any questions, suggestions that you might have.
Any questions for Chief Luengo?
Yes, Chief, I'm curious, is there somebody on the force that is skilled in interior design?
Excellent question, sir. And so what ended up happening, we have such a talented pool of employees at the PD that really that duty went to our admin assistants and our admin clerks. And so they're going to put the final touches on it. They have a great touch. So I just yield to them on that. And you ask me, it's going to be like a newspaper, posters everywhere, clippings, and so probably that's not what we want. So there'll probably be sports, right? So
Well, that's great to hear.
excellent question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Any other administrative reports? We'll go on to item 4, Civil Service Director's reports. Ms. Annalee.
The only thing we have to report is on the reading material. We don't have any upcoming exams for engineer for fire because we just tested and the eligibility list will be good for 2 years. But we do always try to keep up with the reading material. So there was 2 books that we're having a little bit of a difficult time buying because it had been combined into 1 book, exact same material, 2 different books. So we were already forced to make the purchase because it's considered as new material in 1 book. We do have to delay a test for 90 days, but we won't be having a test. So we still posted today, August 27th. So after September, November 25th, we'll be able to test. But the list, as Chief Perez mentioned, will be good for a while. But that's basically the only thing that we changed. And that's about it.
How many books will be available?
We have a total of 5
5?
copies within our department. The departments are also welcome to have more if needed, but we normally do good with that number. The employees come in and they check in and out the books.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Any questions?
Mm-mm.
Thank you, Annalee. We'll go on to item 5, Civil Service comments.
I have no comments.
I would like to welcome Mr. Wiley and Mr. Mead. They were here last time, but we didn't recognize them, so thank you for taking of your time to be here at our civil service meeting. I would also like to express my condolences to the family of Moises Sanchez. He sacrificed his life to give his all for his service. Thank you. Okay, closed session, so we'll adjournment. Do I hear a motion for
I'd like to
adjournment?
make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second the motion, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned, the time being 4:11.